Is it possible that the bad economic times have caused more and more Americans to go to church as a surcease for sorrow, so to speak, as a way to handle their depression and stress over the bad economy? Well, that at least is the conclusion of one article written in the New York Times recently. It was entitled, "Bad Times Draw Bigger Crowds to Churches." The article looked in particular at certain evangelical congregations whose pastors reported bigger attendance, and also reported that a spot check showed increased attendance at Roman Catholic and mainline Protestant churches. Well, the trouble is that we simply see no evidence of such a trend whatsoever in our Gallup poll tracking data. We interview 1,000 people a day, as you know, and we ask every single one of them, how often do you attend church? Looking carefully at our data, we find absolutely no change comparing February, March, April, May, June of this year to these fall months after the economic crisis has really worsened in September, October, November, and so far in December. About 42% of Americans routinely have told us each month this year that they attend church at least once a week or almost every week, and again, we have seen no increase in that number through the fall months. Additionally, this December, just a week or two ago, we updated another Gallup measure of church attendance. Did you happen to attend church or synagogue in the last 7 days or not? 39% of Americans reported they had, and that number is actually lower than most of the times that we have asked this question previously this decade. So again, no evidence of any kind of self-reported increase in church attendance. Now, to be sure, these measures are self-reported. It may be that people generalize when they respond to these questions and may individually on a Sunday by Sunday basis be going to church more often than they report. And certainly it may be that a selected few churches, some of the mega churches or big evangelical churches, have seen an increase in crowds. But what we can say here at Gallup is, looking at the big picture as a whole for this year based on hundreds of thousands of interviews, we simply find no support for the hypothesis that the bad economic times are causing more and more Americans to attend church. I'm Dr. Frank Newport, Editor-in-Chief of the Gallup Poll.